Hi guys, welcome to this week's midweek Urban Uncut. We normally come out on Fridays, but for this week we've got one special Walkaround Wednesday. Now we've just come off the back of our XRS launch and 4 days exhibiting at Goodwood Festival of Speed. And there was so much feedback on our initial launch of the video. The content was great. Lenny's interview with me and Chris was awesome. But lots of people said, now we've seen a cinematic view of the XRS, we want to see all of the details up close. So today I'm going to give you a little run round and we're going to go all around the car and I'm going to explain everything in detail. So first things first, I've got to start with the most difficult component. Obviously, myself and Chris were talking about our favourite part on the car, and I'm actually going to start with the bonnet. 4 louvres, 100% carbon fibre, and I'm going to ask my glorious assistant Tom to see if he can open the car for me so I can show you inside. So inside we have an inner and outer skin. So this basically replicates the A surface on the top, which is the visual element that you see. And then on the inside, we've got basically a replica of the inside of the aluminium bonnet that comes on the car. We fit it out with stainless steel laser cut plates in here, so the clasp and the fixings here can go straight into everything that's, as standard on the bonnet. So when it closes from the inside, it's exactly the same. You can see here, if I take my wand, everything's 100% carbon fibre on the inside. So you can see completely lightweight, and on the outside, obviously, unique recessed letters. We've never done recessed letters before, but these take a cast version of the letters, which is obviously a lot more premium than our standard plastic letters that go on most cars. 4 louvres, all exposed carbon. Now, if you really want to do something different, you can have an XRS with satin exposed carbon as well. So each of the elements on the outside is finished in satin lacquer rather than gloss. And to finish the vents off, we've got the driver number on the outside. Now, each car comes with its individual driver number, numbered 1 to 65. Now, we're not doing this as one of 65. Each car will get 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. We've sold 22-ish cars since launch, and there's varied numbers that have been taken throughout. 1's been taken, 11's been taken, 65 has been taken. So there's still a lot of numbers there where you can choose your number for the car. So carrying on the carbon features down onto the front grille. Now we've got our exposed visual front grille overlay here. It comes with the red pinstripe and the red XRS branding. Now we're building these 65 cars all with red. This basically takes us back to our roots where we did our first RS model, which we changed to the name XRS. You all know the reasons why. And we've done this with red, so it's basically a little bit of heritage pulling through for the Urban brand. So finishing off the front, we've got our signature square DRL, which kind of mimics the square look you get in the main headlights. We've got a full black pack on the car, which takes away all of the grey plastic on the front, so you get the full black look. We've got our front canards, and then that rolls round into our wide arch on the side. So one thing you'll notice is we don't have a light bar on this car. Now, it's one of our signature parts, it's probably one of our most popular parts, but what I wanted to do on the XRS is make the design fast. I wanted it to look more like a sports SUV rather than like an off-road SUV. It is available as an option and it does come in exposed carbon, so it ties in with the carbon feel, but as standard, it doesn't come on the car and you do have to select it as an additional option. So carrying on the carbon feel into the side of the car, we've got our signature Best of British grille, but this one's got a little bit of a change to it. Rather than having the center section where you've got like a small tablet badge, we've changed it to a carbon overlay which comes with clear lacquer, and we've etched the XRS logo underneath so you can just see the red in the paint. Carbon wing mirrors to finish it off as well. Obviously you've seen the wide track arches which run down the side of the car to give it that extra width. We've got a unique step for the XRS, which has got a small bung in the end with the XRS logo. Obviously, again, unique to this car. There are a few options on the car which are not available elsewhere. Obviously, the bonnet, you cannot buy that for another car. We will not sell it on a standard car. XRS steps, and also the wheels. So carrying on with another one of the unique features on the car, this is the Vossen UVX wheel. Now, I designed this wheel with a special program in mind. We've carried across the field, we've already cut wheels for this in the RS6, the Urus, and also the wide track G-Wagon. So that gives you a little bit of a hint that we're going to carry on the XRS program throughout some more cars in the future. Cut out one single block, obviously fully forged. This car comes with 5 wheels rather than 4. We've opted to not have a rear wheel cover on the back. We wanted the exposed look so you can see from the back that this is, you know, clearly an XRS car. It comes with a nice little finished dust cap in red. And rather than go for a red caliper like most people would, we've gone for a stealth black caliper with a nice red Urban sticker to match all of the rest of the branding. And then we finished it off with an etched cap with XRS logo in the middle. So last bit of carbon on the car, on the exterior, is the rear wing. Now, when we first developed the Defender spoiler, we started making it in carbon. And obviously it soon became apparent that the demand was really outstripping our ability to produce handmade parts. So what we did, we moved to a gloss black plastic version for our production cars. But the XRS, obviously, because it's a lot more refined and handmade, it made sense to bring back out the carbon molds, and we've made the visual carbon spoiler for this. We think we've got the perfect mix of carbon on the outside of the car. We've got the bonnet with 4 vented louvers in exposed carbon. We've got the rear wing, we've got the side vents, we've got the wing mirrors, and then just to finish it off, we've got the front grille with the red stripe, all part of the signature pack. So finishing off at the rear, we've got our new Urban mud flaps. Now, we had these manufactured probably around a month before the XRS came out, but we wanted to kind of launch them on this car. They are available throughout the entire range, so if you're doing a normal wide track kit with normal parts on the car, you can opt for this option as well. Obviously, we had to brand it on the back. It's got the Urban badge with the XRS logo, nice red infill on there to match the rest of the car, and the exhaust. What can I say about the exhaust? You just got to hear this thing. So, the inside. This is actually my favourite part of the car overall. Obviously, I love the bonnet, but being inside the car, we've got the seats. Obviously, the most important part of the interior. With a Porsche Macan base and a Recaro seat back, we've fabricated the two together. Incorporates all of the heating, the cooling, the airbags, everything works as it would do in the factory. The full electronics of the seats, they go backwards and forwards. We've got the carbon seat backs on there as well, which come with the XRS logo. You guys helped us out on that. Thank you very much for that. We had 4 designs. We narrowed it right down to 1, which was the most popular, and we went with your choice. Then we've obviously got the full interior trim on the seats with the red detailing in the XRS logo. We have a flat bottom steering wheel with a carbon center. The feel of this steering wheel is so much more sporty than the normal Defender. Obviously it's very thin and SUV, whereas this is sporty. The position is great. Driving position's fantastic. It's finished off with interior carbon to match the wheel and some signature red bolts just to give it that little bit of opulence. So that's it guys, as requested, detailed walk around of the XRS. How would you spec yours? It's available in 3 colours, Yulong White, Santorini Black and Carpathian Grey. Would you have it with or without the light bar? Who knows? It's your choice to spec it. Get in the comments, tell me how you would spec your XRS if you was going to buy one. 22 cars gone out of 65. We will run this programme until completion, whether it takes 1 year or 2 years. The build queue is quite high at the moment. We've got like a 12-week lead time on cars as we're coming through. We've got cars in the workshop. There's a white one going through as well, which is going to look fantastic. We'll feature that in the coming weeks. Get in the comments, tell us what you think, and don't forget, share, like, and subscribe.